Shabbat Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Shabbat 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 Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us His truth. And Shabbat Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, so the Spirit was on me um, to bring this out. And usually I do this on the World War III Daily Update, but that video I'm going to make right after this, and it'll probably be about something totally different because this isn't War and Rumors of War Tuesday, but it calls for this specific scripture. So instead of Matthew, we're going to go into Mark. Mark 13:7 says the same thing. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be. But the end shall not be yet. That's the King James. And up here, NIV, when you hear of wars and rumors, same thing here. New Living Translation, we got threats, rumors, threats of war, right? On down, rumors, threats, reports. Where's reports? Right here. Reports. And news. News of battles far away. Same thing. It's what we do in Matthew. Anyway, here's what I wanted to bring out. And I wanted to do it in real time. We're not going to go into Travis here. We're going to type this in. U.S. says Iran will have nukes, Slovakia, UKEN, in 12 days. Okay, what does that mean? U.S. says Iran will have nukes in 12 days, plural. Okay? Now, type that into a search and see what comes up. Have I done this before? Of course I have. 4 days ago, this is the short, Iran just 12 days away from nuclear weapons. Now, how significant is this? That's one. 5 days ago, U.S. official, Iran can make an N bomb, an N word, in 12 days. 5 days ago, Iran nuclear program advances, U.S. officials. 5 days, Iran can make enough fissile for one nuke in 12. What's going on here? What does this mean? Let me give you a look at this. DOD claims Iran's nuclear progress remarkable. Just 12 days to create weapons of mass destruction. Remember that. Remember yellow cake. Remember Cornelius. Colin Powell. Yellow cake. All right. Let's get that. Let's go to this. Let's go here and let's type this in. Colin Powell. Yellow cake. Weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Remember that? This is the pretense that they went into Iraq and did something that they call shock and awe. Remember that? Oh, from 2003, Colin Powell addresses United Nations Security Council on Iraq. Yellow cake, remember that? Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell. Uh-oh, this is after the fact. Oh, there weren't no weapons of mass destruction. So we went over there, we conjured up, we ginned up a reason to invade Iraq and bomb and strafe the fuck out of it. Remember that? Well, here it is. Okay, from 2003. How long is this? 6 minutes. Let's see. Let's just watch this short short. 8 years ago. Let's watch this for a second. For perspective.
And did you notice who's on it?
Slovakia commercial. And of course, the devil is going to try to stop this. He knows where I'm going. Come on now. Okay, listen to this.
Saddam Hussein and his regime will stop at nothing until something stops him.
Powell argued Iraq is deceiving the weapons inspectors.
This was a typical American show, complete with stunts and special effects.
And we're seeing the same show right now. Is that it? Let's see. Let's watch that again. This is completely significant. All right. He said that this is a show. He's at the UN saying, well, they have weapons, but we gotta go stop them. We gotta go over and bomb and strafe, right? And right afterwards, we're gonna go to the museum, the history museum, and steal all the cuneiform clay tablets.
Saddam Hussein and his regime will stop at nothing.
Did you see that date? This is after 9/11, February 5th, 03. What does it say? Colin Powell makes case for war. All right. So let's look at the playbook.
Will stop at nothing until something stops him.
Powell argued Iraq is deceiving the weapons inspectors.
This was a typical American show, complete with stunts and special effects.
Okay, got that. Now let's go back. What did I see? Lo and behold, what is this? 11 years ago, Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell, Iraq has no weapons. What? Wait a minute. That was your pretense for war. Let's watch this.
If you really want to know the truth about the state of Iraq's weapons of mass destruction before the invasion, listen to Colin Powell in February 2001. He states clearly that there was no threat from Saddam Hussein.
He has not developed any significant capability with respect to weapons of mass destruction. He is unable to project conventional power against his neighbors.
And this is Condoleezza Rice, Bush's national security advisor, in July of the same year, saying the same thing, putting the lie to their own propaganda.
We are able to keep arms from him. His military forces have not been rebuilt.
And that, many believe, was the truth, a truth that was covered up and conveniently forgotten after September the 11th, when Bush and Blair decided to attack Iraq.
Okay, how's that picture looking right now? Do you understand what we're watching right now? Now we come back here. Shall we watch the short? Let's watch the shorty. The shorty sortie. Iran just...
The U.S. says Iran could produce enough material to build a nuclear bomb in just 12 days. This breakout time down dramatically from the last estimate of a year. But also noting that while Iran has the supplies for a bomb, that doesn't mean that they have the ability yet to construct it. Though the U.S. says it won't stand by and allow Iran to become nuclear as it rushes to prepare military action and to try to revive diplomacy. The U.S. says Iran...
Boom. What's going on? So how many days ago? So if this came out 4 days ago, how many days are left? 8? 8 days? This is 5. 7 days, yeah? So in a week, we might see some bombing and strafing of Iran. By who? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. No? 5 days ago, Iran can make enough fissile for one nuke in 12 days. Does this sound familiar? Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Putin's friend to make nuclear... look at how this reads. Putin's friend, right, to make nuclear bomb in 12 days. U.S. spooked by uranium enrichment And yellow cake? Yellow cake? It's the same thing. Look at this. So this is a pretense to go bomb the shit out of Iran and start a war. Is it not? Now, what we're going to do is it going to happen? We got 7 days left. We're going to keep our eye on the situation. Let's watch one of these. Let's watch this. We're going to keep our
This
eye.
is the only tool you need.
Slovakia. The only tool you need to beat the shit out of Rodney King. There we go.
A top U.S. official has claimed that Iran has enough fissile material to build a nuclear weapon in about 12 days. Iran, however, has denied the report's findings, calling it malicious slander and twisting of facts. Colin Kahl, the Undersecretary for Defense for Policy, made this statement at a House of Representatives hearing when pressed by a Republican lawmaker as to why the Biden administration was attempting to revive the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action known as the JCPOA with Iran. The nuclear deal, as signed with Iran in 2015, ensured that the country regained its nuclear program in exchange for relief from sanctions crippling their economy. The Trump administration, however, abandoned the deal in 2018 and reimposed sanctions, leading to Tehran resuming previously banned nuclear research. Kahl has said that since leaving the JCPOA, Iran has made ambitious strides in the development of weapons-class nuclear technology. The Undersecretary claimed that Iran was hypothetically a year away from producing a single bomb worth fissile material in 2015. Today, the period could possibly be as little as 12 days. The International Atomic Energy Agency was also in conversation with Tehran last week over reports of uranium enrichment reaching 83.7% purity at the Fordo fuel enrichment plant. With uranium being capable of becoming atomic grade at 90% enrichment, alarm bells have been set off over the nation's capacity to produce nuclear weapons in the near future.
What does this mean? Okay, let's get a couple of precepts. I'm going to keep it short. His devices. We are not ignorant. All right. Second Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What is his device? Here's his device. I'm quite sure that Iran has nukes, if not given to them by Russia. Come on. But what they're doing is they need a case to go over there. They need a reason, right? Just like weapons of mass. This is the same playbook. Is this not? We're not ignorant of this device. The old weapons of mass destruction play. This nigga's got one playbook. And he's running the same play again. And we already know it. It's completely clear. Right? 12 days. Down to 7 now. Are we going to see a surprise attack, which will launch World War III, right? In the Valley of Yehoshaphat? Let's get never trust. Let's get more subtle. Let's get more subtle. Let's break the devil down real quick. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more crafty. Let's get subtle. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord power had made. Right? This is subtle. 12 days, we finna bomb these niggas. You see it? It's pretty clear. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to do it, but hey, this is the playbook. This is the play. The Hail Mary. They can go, remember shock and awe? Let's get that. Let's get shock and awe. And shock and awe means something too in Hebrew. What is shock and awe in Hebrew? Shock and awe. Look what comes up. Iraq. Shock and awe. What comes up? Well, we bombed the shit out of Iraq. Operation Shock and Awe in 2000. Look at this. Is this gonna happen in Iraq within 7 days? I mean, in Iran within 7 days? I remember this clearly. You hear that small arms fire? That's war. They went into Iran and did that damn thing. Okay? Let's look at shock and awe. (2003). Let's see what comes up here and let's read. Shock and awe. Go to wiki here. Shock and awe, technically known as rapid dominance, is a military strategy based on the use of overwhelming power and spectacular displays of force to paralyze the enemy's perception of the battlefield and destroy their will to fight. They used shock and awe in Iraq. Why? Because of weapons of mass destruction. What are they going to do right here? What is this devil going to do in 7 days? Okay? Here's the excuse for shock and awe, or whatever you're going to call this operation of overwhelming force, which is going to get this damn thing cracking, right? This is Sirach 12. Sirach 12 and 10. Yeah. Never trust the devil, Salakia. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, oh, they're about to get a nuclear bomb, so we got to shock and awe their ass. Yet take good heed and be aware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. All right. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Shock and awe. Operation Shock and Awe. We filmed it to remind a nigga that when we decide so, we'll make up a story and go in and bomb and strafe the fuck out of you, even if it means World War III. Right? Now, who are they acting, right? Who are they acting in accordance to? Let's do this. We're just browsing. We're doing, let's see. Will Israel attack Iran to stop its nuclear program? Israel prepares to attack Iran's nuclear facility after Tehran claims it can build a nuclear bomb. Will Israel attack Iran? No, they're going to have America do it, right? America, let's see. Israel was trying to cozy up to Vlad Putin and say, "Oh, we're not going to get involved. We're not going to get involved in and what is it? Ukraine. We're not going to get involved in Ukraine." And America's like, "Well, what are you talking about? Hey, you got to stop talking like that." And Israel said, "We'll stop talking like that if you go over there and do a shock and awe on the Persians." Let's see. America warns Israel to stop relations with Russia. See where this goes. 7 months. Tensions rise between Israel and Russia. 1 month. Putin warns Israel over Iron Dome, right? We need something recent. Look at this. Oh, that's the Watchman. Israel's problem with Russia is an absolute nightmare. 7 days. U.S. warns China not to aid Russia in Ukraine. You see where this thing is going? Right here. Israel worried about U.S. sanctions, fears souring relations with Russia. So it's a bunch of so-called Jews over in Russia and in the Ukraine, right? Going back to the Ottoman Empire. All right, so do you see what's going on? So America told Bibi, "Hey, stop cozying up to Russia. We're handling business over here in the Ukraine." And Bibi says, "I'll stop cozying up if you go handle the Iran situation." Okay. What Iran gets by helping Russia. Can you see where this is going? Trump says world is on brink of World War III with Russia's war in Ukraine. You damn right. 7 months ago, 2 weeks. So you see where it's going, basically. All right. What we'll do is we'll end with this. All right. Well, let me get Shirley. This is Jeremiah 49 and 20. Let's lock it. Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. All right, so that's what we're watching right now. We're watching the Israelis draw out who? The Americans, and threaten Iran. Okay, how do we know Iran? This feels like the World War III Daily Update right now. Let's go here. Joel 3 and 2 in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Yehoshaphat. Where is the valley of Yehoshaphat? Well, you could just say that that's the Middle East. Where is Iran? In the Middle East. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Where? Into the Middle East. Most High is gathering the armies of the world, right, for that last battle. Now, World War III is in full swing, whether a nigga understands that or not. Okay? Just look at all the train derailments and all the bomb blowing up factories where you can resupply and make weapons and tanks and planes and stuff like that are being bombed right now. Okay? And nobody jumped up and said, are we at war? Where am I going now? Rev. I think I covered everything. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. World War III. All right. We'll end it right there, but keep your eyes peeled, right? Be not ignorant. Let's get that. Let's get be not ignorant one. Hey, stand on your watch. All right. Sirach 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Hey, this is a great matter. World War III is a great matter. 12 days? In 12 days, what? Oh, it's 7 days now. Sorry.
A top U.S. official has claimed that Iran has enough fissile material to build a nuclear weapon in about 12 days.
This is 5 days ago. All right, so we'll end it right there. With that, we hope that the elect will edify you, brothers and few sisters. With that, Shabbat Shalom.